So Moon Knight episode 4 released today, and the internet is having an absolutely amazing time talking about that mind-bending cliffhanger at the very end. It not only sets up so much for the rest of the season, but it also left me as confused as when I read some of my YouTube comments. Like, what the fuck is this even supposed to say, man? I do apologise that I didn't end up breaking down last week's episode. I won't get into why I didn't. I was just away from my PC, so I wasn't able to do a proper breakdown. Anyway, I'm rambling, so let's get on with the breakdown of Moon Knight episode 4. We pick up with Stephen and Layla after Khonshu has been enslaved by the Egyptian gods, where we see Harrow has sent some goons after them. All season, we've seen how much of a badass all of these characters are, but we haven't really gotten a lot of that with Layla. But we definitely got some really sick scenes with her this episode, as she literally blows up Harrow's goons by throwing a flare onto some gunpowder. Like, that's some real Guy Fawkes shit right there. After this, Stephen and Layla head to Amit's tomb. The location was revealed to them at the end of last week's episode. Before they head into the tomb, Stephen does Mark dirty and kisses his wife, or ex-wife. And hey, I don't blame him.
Lord have mercy. We must stay focused, brothers. We must stay focused.
We also get a pretty big reveal, that being Mark is actually trying to protect Layla, as Khonshu wants her to be his new avatar. This makes sense as to why they separated at the beginning of the show. As the two head into the tomb and venture forward, they discover a terrifying creature that at first I thought was actually like the MCU's first vampire, but it's actually a mummy. And this scene is probably the most terrifying thing in the MCU that's happened, as we literally see this mummy gut someone. Layla runs away in fear and Stephen is left by himself, with the mummy chasing after Layla. We get a really cool fight scene with the mummy and Layla, and after it's defeated we see Arthur Harrow has finally made his way into the tomb, saying to her that Mark is one of the people responsible for her father's death. Stephen and Layla meet up again inside Amit's tomb, where we see that the avatar that Amit was using originally was actually Alexander the Great. I do have a little bit of a confession. As the camera was panning up to the tomb, I did actually think that we would get a reveal that, like, the avatar that Amit was using was Pharaoh Rama-Tut, aka Kang the Conqueror, but obviously that didn't happen, so, you know, what do I know about anything, right? Mark takes over the body, trying to explain to Layla why he was involved in the death of her father. But before we can get closure, Arthur Harrow and his goons burst into the tomb and shoot Mark dead. He falls back into the water and sinks to the very bottom. Before we even get time to grieve, it cuts to a strange mental hospital decorated in all white. It's revealed to us that the entire series has been set inside of this hospital, all taking place inside of Mark's mind. Well, no, that didn't happen, did it? Obviously, this isn't the case because it's only episode 4, and we still have some really weird stuff coming up. We also see that Arthur Harrow is Mark's doctor in this hospital. Mark starts to run away and finds a sarcophagus which contains Stephen Grant, and we actually see these two personalities together, which is just really cool. As the two continue escaping, we also see another sarcophagus that is shaking, and this could actually be the third personality that we've been getting subtle glimpses towards in the show, Jake Lockley. As the episode comes to an end, we see Stephen and Mark making their way to a large set of doors, which swings open and, well, I'll just play the clip.
Lord have mercy, I'm about to bust.
Now, the name of this Egyptian god is Tauret, a giant fucking hippo. Why this character is here and what her role is, I'm not too sure, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Anyway though, that's where I'll leave you. Let me know what you thought of this week's episode in the comments below. Did you like it? Great. If you didn't, why not? I'd also really appreciate a like and subscribe. I'm really trying to push for 400 subs for my birthday, which, bear in mind, is only like 2 weeks away. And I just think it would be absolutely amazing to hit that milestone before then. Anyway, I'm Cosmic Films, and I'll talk to you all later.